easel.
Alright, welcome to the side-by-side tutorial on setting up a Google Analytics property. So just a quick disclaimer here. Google Analytics is very often changing their look and their workflows, so it might look a little bit different when you're doing this yourself, but these same principles should hold for a very long time, because they're not going to change it that much. So anyway, what you're going to want to do to get started is go to analytics.google.com, and that's what you're seeing here on my screen. And you can follow along with me in the study guide as well. And so to get started, what you want to do is go to admin and create a new property. So if you don't have any property set up, it might not look like my screen, but you want to find this admin area. You're going to see that here's this whole properties thing here. So we're going to drop down and do create a new property, and we're going to name it. All right, so we'll name this property maybe testing.com because I don't really need a new property yet, and then I'm going to fill out this information here. All right, now I'm going to click Get Tracking ID. All right, now you're going to see here that you have this website tracking code. So you're going to want to copy that, and then you're going to want to paste that into the header of your website. And you can find some documentation in the study guide that will give you some tips on that, because different websites are set up differently. Some websites have a place where they say put in tracking codes. Other ones you would need to find the part of your code where you put in the header, but it's not that hard. Don't be intimidated. It's actually really easy to do. So now after we've set up this property, what we're going to want to do is create a custom view. Okay, so actually we're going to move over to the Easel YouTube channel because that's where we're going to be working from here on out, so that we can have a property that has some actual data. And you're going to see here that this is what your admin site will look like after you have installed your header code. And so you're going to see here that by default your view is all website data, and what you want to do is create a custom view. I always call it the Easel view, and you just do that by clicking create new view. The reason that you want to do that is that if you modify your analytics property, you want to keep the original, the all website data. You probably don't want to mess with that, so you kind of have a clean slate to start from if you want to modify that later. Now here's a really important thing, and something I want you to do with me if you are following along, which is to create your first goal. So you're going to see right here that if we probably want to switch to the view where we're working, and then we're going to go and click goals, and that'll be the same for you. Now you'll probably will see this, but you won't see any goals already. So you're going to want to create a new one. So what you're going to want to do is go to goals and then create a new goal. All right, let's use the make a payment as our template for now. It's not that big of a deal to use that one over these other ones, especially these ones here at the top. So don't worry if that's not exactly what you want to track. Just let's do the make a payment to start, and then let's name it. All right, cool. So we're going to call this subscription, and you can call it whatever is relevant for you. And we want to stick with this destination as the way that we're tracking the goal. And I'll tell you what that means here in a second. So you would click continue, but I'm actually going to show you the goal that already exists that has the structure. So once you've set it up and you go to this goal description, so this is exactly where we were before, you're going to see that your next step is to go to these goal details. So when you get here, you're going to notice that the destination, you have some URL. So for example, if this property was set up for easel.co, then you don't need to put easel.co right here. No, you need to have just the backslash that represents what's appended to your website to track your goal. So anyway, you can find some more support in the study guide for that, but it's easy. You just basically need to make this URL equivalent to the page that will be triggered when somebody completes your goal. So an example might be, for example, if you have a newsletter and when somebody signs up, they go to a page that says thank you, then that's going to be the URL that you want to track. If it's, for example, a YouTube channel, then this is the URL that comes up when somebody subscribes to the Easel YouTube channel. So when they click that subscribe button, this page is triggered. And that means that we can then track a success. So I just find this to be a really easy way for you to track successes. So you're going to see here that you can start to put values on some of these conversions and funnels. But we're not going to do that for now. That's something that you can get into if you want to. I find that in practice, many funnels combine offline and online events, but if your funnel's all digital, like especially for e-commerce sites, a lot of this stuff is especially valuable. But I just wanted you to have that and to save the goal, and I'll show you what this looks like. So if we go back to home where we can see some of our data, I'll show you what the goals look like. So if you click conversions and then you go to goals and then overview, all right, so now you see here's our goal conversion rate is almost 46%. That's pretty good. And this is where you can start doing things like seeing how does this compare with other parts, other times, for example. You can compare this to other date ranges to compare experiments and things like that.